This is just one of those things.
It's the Pac-Man, the only boxer to hold world championships across 4 decades, the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s. He is forever one of the all-time greats.
As soon as the ball goes...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Omaha, Nebraska, here is the acclaimed 3-division world champion and 2-division undisputed champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford. Fighting out of the blue corner from General Santos City in the Philippines, truly one of the all-time greats, boxing's first and only 8-division champion of the world, Manny Pac-Man.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this. Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. Nice hook. He threw a punch and just got countered. Those counter punches have to hurt. Caution is being thrown to the wind. One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Lucky that hook didn't score. Beautiful counter punch. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. That uppercut doesn't land. That counter shot lands. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talking about Crawford in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, it's like 2 different leagues.
On to the second round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Go fight to the counter puncher, you've got a double shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Missing with the hook. Good counter punch. Nice counter. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. When you're training to fight a swarmer, you've got to focus on your conditioning because they will push you to the edge of your limits.
You've got to be fit to fight a fighter like this because they will stay in your face. They will throw punches at you. They don't even let you breathe. You've got to be fit. If you're not fit, the fight's over.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. There's the bell to start round 3. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well done with that counter shot. Big swing and a miss with the hook. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Can't score with that jab. And he scores with the counter. Good counter punching. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judge.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Terrence Crawford just got rocked. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Do you believe this? They both want a knockout, you can tell. Nice counter shot. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Here we go to the 4th round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They both want a highlight reel knockout. So much firepower here. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Swing and a miss with that hook. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Nobody home with that hook. Beautiful counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close. And there's the bell to start round 5. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
I don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Perfect counter shot. That's another scoring shot. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
How about that time counter shot? There's a counter shot. Perfect punch. Crawford got hit hard and down he goes. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
That's lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you continue?
Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
There's the bell for round 6. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. He blocked the left there. Is a massive knockdown. Let's take another look.
Where did that come from? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you still want to fight.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the opponent. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a show.
Pretty good start in the first half of this round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Which fighter will say no mas? Holding nothing back here in the round. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Round 7, here we go. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. No rest for the weary. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
You're right, Todd.
10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8. And there's the bell for round 8. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think of it. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little fade with a pickpocket them.
Punch, counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown their shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Which, despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That's it, a unanimous decision win.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, big, hard lesson. I totally agree.